I'm Leigh York. Today I want to talk to you about a couple of items that often get left out of your brokerage policies but really should be there so that your agents know what limitations and opportunities are there for them and allowed by the brokerage. So obviously it's on the screen, it's buyer and seller options, but I'm going to start with seller options, right? So for the most part, we always offer full market exposure everywhere we can get it, and we're trying to offer it even more places and promote that to our potential listings. But not every seller wants full market exposure. It's not real common, but occasionally we have that seller that is more concerned about privacy rather than price, right? Or they're less concerned about marketing time as they are about security. And so when we have those sellers, we give them some options. So one thing is limited exposure, right? Maybe we're only pushing it out to our company or franchise websites, our social media, something that's marketing, obviously, but very limited, right? Another option is delayed marketing. Maybe we're doing just a very little bit, a very small market segment to begin with, but after a certain number of days, if the property hasn't gone under contract, then it would go into full market exposure. So it's full market, but it's delayed full market. Okay. Another thing we see more and more are private listing networks. Obviously, not every company has these, but we are seeing more and more companies start building them. A few have already rolled some out. So we're seeing them more and more. And a private listing network just means that the listing does not go into NLS at all. It's only on the private listing network. So it's shared within the brokerage, but not outside of the brokerage. So your agents would have this shared database, the PLN, and they share the listings with each other, but it doesn't go out to other realtors or license holders in the marketplace. It's very private just to your brokerage. So if you have that option, then all of the rules around it need to be in your policies. And you may have something else, something that I haven't mentioned. There's so many things that we can offer buyers and sellers. Whatever options you're offering them, it really needs to be in writing in your policies for your agents. And then lastly, I advise everyone to have some kind of a written disclosure. Now, this disclosure is not something that will specifically be in the policy, not the disclosure itself, right? The disclosure would be a document that you require your agents to share with potential sellers about marketing. And it explains whatever options you're offering. This document would explain very neutrally the pros and cons. The document is not about leading them to what you think is best for them. It's about neutrally presenting the pros and cons for each opportunity and letting them decide what is best for them. And then ideally they would sign an acknowledgement of receipt somewhere on that document. What you need in your policies is the guidelines and parameters for the agents to actually do that, to get them to have the conversation and to get those signatures, right? Now, what about buyer options? We're seeing more and more different options out there for buyers. So what are you offering? That's what you've got to get into those policies. Are you allowing your agents to do showing only? Chances are, if it's not in your policies, they're doing it, because there are many companies out there that is their business, is setting up these showing only things. And the agent might be getting paid per showing, or they might just be working for free. If it's not in your policies, you don't know. You don't know what's happening. Obviously, full service is what we've done for most of our buyers throughout the years. But somewhere in between full service and showing only, there's limited services. Obviously, you can only do what is allowed in your state, but chances are there are a lot of options under your state law, and you're only offering some of those for good reason. Again, just get it in writing, get it into your policies. Lastly, you got to get the compensation structure in there. How much are the agents going to be getting paid? What is your brokerage fee, right? And again, your brokerage fee, not everybody else's, not what the market is doing, not what you might allow the agents to negotiate to, but what is your fee? Lay that out first. And then the options for how you collect that fee and how it's structured. Are you taking retainer fees? Are you doing installments? Do you get everything paid after a closing? What if there is no closing? Is it a flat fee? Is it a percentage fee? And if it's percentage, what specifically is that based on? How is that calculated? If your agents negotiate or get some kind of concessions, who's paying for that? Is it you or the agent? Is it based on their split? All of that information needs to be in your policies. And then, of course, lastly, when is it due and payable? When has it been earned? And if you're collecting monies before closing, are any of those funds ever refundable? These are all things that need to be addressed in your policies. I hope that our conversation has got you thinking and you'll improve upon those policies soon. Have a great week.